People of God, I celebrate you very seriously. In fact, you are my celebrities. I am the son of my father, the great gospel general, apostle, professor, Johnson Suleman. Call your wife, your children, sit together and have a wonderful view and be blessed.
This pride, this your arrogance. Samson, a man that destroyed 1,000 men, all of a sudden, he was dying of thirst. Take your seat, let me talk to you. Dying of thirst. But sir, he cried to God. You know what God did? God brought water from that jawbone that he threw away. The same jawbone Samson thought he was done with is where water came from. There are some of you, the same church that brought your deliverance, you walked away from. Can I say this? The unction that brought your deliverance is the unction that will determine your preservation. You have discarded a grace that made you because you feel you don't need a jawbone anymore. You have discarded the house fellowship where a prophetic word came upon you because you think at this point you don't need God anymore. Some of you think you have conquered all your enemies, so you don't need anybody to carry you. Not knowing that so long you are still in this world, it is full of battles. We are in a generation that discards so easily. We are in a generation of use and dump. A generation where people do not have memories of the past. People don't care. A generation where once people achieve what they want, they feel they don't need it anymore. So you must keep a door open. Because when you have passed through that door out, you need to pass through it in. Don't take up the ladder that helped you, because you may need to climb down. There are so many people today. We are in a generation where people think this generation has no memory. All they think of is today. Samson, the jawbone of an axe that helped you to kill 1,000 people, sir. That's not the kind of bone to throw away. You will know there's something in that bone. That it was beyond just a bone. There was power in the bone. That's a bone you keep in. There are relationships you don't break. For life. For life. Sir, for life. There are some contacts you don't break for life. There are some people that you owe thanks for life. There are some boss in your office, even if they mess up and they get you angry, sir, honor them for life. Because the times they came into your life was strategic. They gave you a platform, gave you a coloration. Am I talking to somebody right now? A generation that discards. The same man of God who dedicated your baby is the one you are fighting. The same pastor who dedicated your baby, in that your church, that's your branch. That same pastor, you will sit down, you will finish the wife because you feel you don't need a jawbone anymore. The same man that believed in you and carried you up is the man you have conspired with those that hate him to fight. Because you believe you are done with the jawbone. You don't need it anymore. In the same place where grace came, grace kept you. Now you are blessed. You are not trying to ask us if tithing is scriptural. When you were broke, you didn't ask that question. When you were stranded, you are in a generation. There are many of you looking at me now who need to cry to God for repentance because you feel you don't need the jawbone anymore. Before you got married, you lay on the altar, you cried, you wept, did everything. Now you are married. The baby that God gave you is the reason you can't come to church early. The miracle God gave you is now the reason. I can't come. You know these children. You know these children. Yet people have 10, have 8, have 6, and they don't joke with service. When I travel with mom, Dr. Lizzie would go to programs. Sometimes when we go with the children, then they were just 4. I would see her wake up as early as 2. Bathe everyone. Dress them up. We have a flight for 7 or 6. By 5, even 4, they are all ready. And I look at her. I said, when did you? He said, I woke up early. So I bathe them. She will feed them. Do everything. So who lazy? A lazy woman is a lazy woman. Because of the same blessing God gave you, your car break down. That's why you came late. Park it somewhere and take a bike. Trek. You have abandoned the jawbone. The same jawbone that helped you to kill 1,000 men. You don't know there is water in the jawbone. The jawbone gave Samson what he wanted. But Samson never knew that he had what he needed. The jawbone gave Samson what he wanted. But Samson never knew that jawbone he had what he needed. You walked out of a grace thinking you have arrived, not knowing the grace still has so much to cover you. If you stay under a grace for 10 If you stayed under a grace for 10 years and you think you have so much, just imagine if you're under that grace for 20 years. The jawbone. Same jawbone. I wish I can open my heart and talk to you. One day, a man of God died in this town, and I was in his convoy, and I was told that there are so many people waiting for counseling. I said, we are honoring a man today. I'm not coming for counseling. And went there, went to the graveside, honored him, a son of the soil. My heart was bleeding. I was about 1 year or 2 years old as a ministry. So when I finished, I came to the office to pick something. I saw some of his former members waiting for counseling. And I said, you didn't attend the burial? And one of them said, who don't die, don't go. That's a man who she followed for 24 years. Could not even honor him to attend the burial. And I said, madam, if I see you near this office again, who don't die, don't go. Guess you don't die, you don't go. That's the generation we are in. A generation of a degenerate, ungrateful generation. When some people are speaking, you'll be wondering if the people they are talking about are people who have helped them. You'll be shocked. You'll be shocked. There are people I've seen do something, sir. There are people I've seen do crime. Crime. I'm not a law court. I'm not a judge. So long as it's not a crime against society, against humanity, I'm not interested. I'm not aware. If people's good to you, people's multiple good to you, cannot swallow their tiny evil, then you have a bad heart. If people's multiple good cannot swallow their tiny wrong, then you have a bad heart. The good they have done should be what will fill your head, not the tiny wrong. You know, in the generation where if you keep supporting, the day you don't support, you're a bad person. Why are you there for me? Why are you there for me? You are not done anything. You are not done anything. I don't care. So now you are not feeding me, I don't care. Anybody that you talk to me, I bullshit you, man. Am I communicating now? Don't throw away the jawbone, because you may need water tomorrow. I know your pastor has hurt you. Your pastor's wife has hurt you. Many that have hurt you. No, there's some of you, everybody has hurt you, including me. Even as I'm talking now, it's hurting you. Because you are an egg that must be pampered. Am I talking to somebody here? You are an egg. That Moses Bliss song, they sang it for you. Daddy, where they pamper. Now that song is your own. You must be pampered. You must not be everybody has offended you. Even the general overseer that you have not met has offended you. You are in a branch, yet from headquarters here, I've offended you. Everybody is wrong. No problem. But I'm trying to let you know that is not enough to discard what you will need tomorrow. I'm telling you the truth. Life is full of twists and turns. What you walk away from today. A man had a wife. First child, a girl. Second child, a girl. Third child, a girl. Fourth child, a girl. Fifth child, a girl. Sixth child, a girl. Seventh child, a girl. Eighth child, a girl. The man told the woman, he said no. He went somewhere and had a boy. He had a son. Drove that woman and 8 children. I don't mean to discard men. I must say the truth. I'm a father. I have both genders. I have plenty children. Plenty. I have biological, I have adopted, I have spiritual. Are you what I'm talking about? I can tell you, if you're a man that God gave daughters, thank God. You see these sons? They don't care. I would message my son. He would reply me 3 days time. I said, why did you reply me? That is school. Talk to you later. It is gone. But your daughter will ask you, sorry, I didn't reply. Are you angry? Are you offended? I say, hey, why are they saying it is sons that are better? They care about your feeling. They want to know if you are okay. Sons, as far as they are concerned, we are guys. We are colleagues. 8 girls, he drove them away. Send them. Many years later, his son went to get a visa. While the son was there, the person inside who was checking out the documents and everything, the person saw a paper, was fixing the document before they take it to the inner embassy. He saw a middle name and a last name. That was her middle name and her last name. She called the young man. He said, where are you from? The young man mentioned it. That was where she come from. Who is your father? The young man mentioned it. What does he do? The young man, describe him. She brought her phone and saw the father's picture. The girl smiled. She threw a document. Said, go and bring your father. Yeah, go and bring your father. Then come back to submit. Please help me now. He said, you will submit today. He called his father. They bundled the man. The man came old. That's one thing about these old men. All the evil they did while they were young is when they are old that. I'm sorry. Anything I say that you don't like, just delete it. Delete it. Delete it from your memory. Okay? This is me. This is how I talk. And they met the man. He says, that's your father? I said, yes. He said, come close. Man, please, oh, help my pikin, oh, help my son, oh. He said, Daddy, do you really want to tell me that this is your son? Yes, oh, it's my son. Help, oh, help, oh, help, oh, help, oh, help, oh. He said, Mommy, is this the only child you had? He said, no. I have some other children. Do you know one woman that calls so and so? Yes, oh, Vero. Say, now, get, yeah, drive him. He said, Daddy, I'm Vero's third daughter. I'm the third child to Vero. So long I am here, your child cannot submit. For what you did to us. My pikin. Hey! Who be your pikin? Don't throw away the jawbone. Don't throw away the jawbone. Because that you discard today can become your source of lifting tomorrow.